In this video, we will show you how to import credit card transactions into Concur using email expense. After you have registered your company in email expense, via the Register Company Account page, sign into email expense with your company's admin account. From the Your Account tab, navigate to Excel Import. Firstly, by clicking the Browse button, select the file containing the transactions you want to import, and click Open. If you want, you can also select a previously saved import configuration. Then, choose if you want to import to Normal Expense Reports or Available Expenses. Unless you know otherwise, we recommend Normal Expense Reports for credit card transactions. Click Start Importing, and the system will display the transaction data. From within this data, you'll need to select the header row. This is the row that describes the content of the columns underneath, in this case, row number 5. Next, if you want, you can set the default for the expense type from this menu. We will leave each expense as undefined. Then, select the currency, followed by the payment type. You can use any payment type from your Concur configurations. Then, we need to map the columns onto the Concur fields. The first column is Date. The next is Amount. Then Currency. Then we map merchant name onto vendor description. Next, it's first name and surname. These define the user, so are found under user fields. This information will be used to find the corresponding user from your Concur users. The information we've provided so far is perfectly adequate for normal credit card transaction imports. However, if your transaction file has additional information, such as the original amount and original currency, this can be defined to Concur here as foreign amount and foreign currency. With this additional information, email expense will be able to calculate the exchange rate of the transaction. The original amount and currency will be used as the main values when the transactions are imported, so that the amount and currency will match to the user's receipt. You can also define the pre-calculated exchange rate supplied in the file. Now this is complete, you can choose if the transactions will be imported to an existing report when possible, or if they need to be imported into a new report, the name of which can be defined here. You can enable notifications so that email expense will alert employees to the fact that their records have been imported. Then, choose the date format used in the imported transaction file. Several date formats can be detected automatically. However, if your date formatting is day/month/year, then you will need to enter this manually. You also have the option to invert the imported amounts, turning negative amounts positive and positive amounts negative. In some transaction files, the amounts could be represented alternatively to your requirements. Once decided, click Continue. Email expense will try to map the imported users to Concur users that already exist. In some cases, it may need your help. In this case, the system couldn't find a matching user for Amelia. Type the name of the user to search for the account it should be mapped to. Here we can see there is a mismatch between the imported name and the name used on the Concur account. Simply click the email address to manually create the mapping, then click Continue. The email expense system will extract and prepare the expenses information for the report. When this screen is displayed, the data is ready to import. Before continuing, you can verify that the data is going to be imported correctly. Click Import Expenses to import the transactions. Email expense will then send the transactions to Concur. The transactions have now been imported to Amelia and Eric's accounts. We can save the import configuration for future use by clicking here. Then we can name the configuration here. Once saved, the configuration can be applied at the start of the import process to quickly import the transactions to Concur without having to repeatedly enter the same mapping information over again. Click Save, and the import is done.